Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett and I'm the founder and owner of TechViewsNope, and today I am reviewing the Surface Pen Tip Kit. The Surface Pen Tip Kit is a kit. It's just basically where you can switch out the pen tips to make the pen feel like something else when you're writing on the new Surface Pro for Surface Book. Now my test, I was testing it with the Surface Book, and for most part I didn't find it favorable at all. In fact, one thing that even pushed for this review, the video review, to come out is Microsoft censoring my written review on their site. And since the fact that they ain't allowing any reviews, because there's quite a few people who has their hands on them, on the pen tips, and they don't allow a single review, that says a lot, at least at this time. So as far as things goes, there's not much to it. It's a poor quality as far as the build goes. If you look at the tweezer end, that's basically what that is. Unfortunately, there's no design in the grip. It's kind of worthless. A lot of people are running problems where they can't pull the pen tips out, and that's highly understandable, and really there should have been more thought in the engineering behind the thing. There should have been a little bit more gripper, and the part that actually grabs on the pen tips should have been wider as far as the thickness of it, and that should allow the more surface area, which will allow easier grip. And they could have done many things to improve this design, but unfortunately they just kind of cheaped out, and I don't know why. I got a sense of why, because of cheap, but for the most part it just hurts the end customer. And with this type of design, the tweezer portion, you really only get one of three experiences. The first is that you can't grip onto the pen tip, so you can't take it out, and it keeps slipping, which is majority of the people. The second is that you end up having the grip on it so hard that when you pull it out, it flings across the room. And by the way, I got a video while I was trying to show how this works, because a lot of people run into problems. I actually had that happen to me, and I still can't find a tip. And the third scenario is it works for you, which is the very few people. Now, as far as that goes, besides the poor tweezer design, the actual pen tips themselves, I'm not finding too much difference between one to the next. Now, you're physically might be more sensitive to the pen itself as far as moving and stuff, and that might be fine. But as far as me, I can't tell a difference, especially between the two middle ones. The one on the ends, I can tell a little bit of difference, because the big one, the big thick one, it's just more friction. It's just more drag, and yes, I could feel that, but for the most part, it doesn't feel like a fine tip pen. It doesn't. None of these feels like a number 2. None of these feel like a pencil at all. And the gradings on these, if I can find it right here, the gradings on these, if you actually look it up, they are pencil gradings. And the poor part about this is there's no manual that comes with this. It says on the box how to remove the pen tips, and that's it. And the fact is there's no manual saying what is what. Now, as far as the thing goes, you could look it up pretty easily and figure out what's supposed to feel like what. But again, they don't feel like pencils. None of them do. And yes, it's plastic against glass, but it's so far from feeling like a pencil that I'm going to say it's something else all entirely. It's just, what do you want? Have more friction and less. Now, as far as the portability, I'm saying that's almost absolute zero. Yeah, you can put it in your pocket and stuff, but realistically, if you're talking about pairing it with the Surface Book Pro 4 or Surface Book or Surface Pro 4, that's non-existent. What you see is what you get. There's no way to clip it onto the keyboard. There's no way to clip it on the side of the Surface Book or Surface Pro. Unless if you put it into the back, which is basically put it into your pocket, there's no portability. And this is a major issue, especially I see it with art students and stuff of this nature. This could be a major issue with something like that, because since there's no portability, there's a higher chance of actually losing it. And for the most part, this is something that should have been thought of again in the engineering, the design of the actual object. Now, how well does it hold up to a little bit of abuse? It's fine. It's like anything else. And the interesting thing is with the actual pen tips themselves, if you do end up pulling them all out or whatever, they have a color on the bottom of it which matches up with the color on the side of the kit itself, so you know which goes where. But for the most part, I would say stay away from this. And as far as the pen tip that you currently have, if you have the Surface Pro 4 or Surface Book, this is a very important thing. I think it's a number 2 from the look of it, which is this one right here, which is the number 2. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thickness, and that's the one I actually lost. It's the exact same thickness. The end is the exact same. The only difference is the one on the kit, it actually has a color on the bottom and the other doesn't, but it comes with the pen, so it's probably why. So if you're just looking for like a number 2, you probably already got it, so I wouldn't worry too much about this. But if you want something with a little bit more friction, then this might be a worth look. But I don't know, for $10, it's kind of steep for that. But anyways, as far as things goes, I'll say stay away from it unless you're an art student. I wish I had, but the places you can get this, it's been out of stock on Microsoft Store since day one. I don't know when they went out of stock, but it had been pretty early on. The place that I got was on Target. I got it Friday of last week as far as ordered it. Monday of this week, they went out of stock and they're on back order. But that's the only place I know that you can actually order it, and it's like a 2-week waiting for anyone to get the next shipment. It might be more. I don't know if Target's just estimated that because Microsoft's not releasing them. I don't know what's going on in the back end right there. You might want to just call up Target and figure out what's going on. I don't think they're shipping it to the actual stores themselves, so you might want to figure out what's going on. Or if you are near one of the Microsoft stores, like the 10 Microsoft stores across the United States, which is bullcrap, then you can go there, and a lot of people are saying that there's some success in that, unless if you're like a kiosk in the nearby mall. As far as the Microsoft store, I would suggest just call them up and asking, because in the stores themselves, they're saying that they're there. In the kiosks, not so much. So it's a hit or miss if you can even get this. And if you can't get this, I wouldn't worry too much about it. But if you can get it, great. And let me know down below how you think about the actual kit itself. But anyways, it's been Craig Bennett, founder of Untitled Chapter. And if you like this video, then please feel free to leave a like, subscribe, share. If you want to help this channel grow, then go ahead and go to the Patreon campaign and donate there to help us grow. Now, if you don't like this for whatever reason, go ahead and leave a dislike, but tell me why so I can fix it in future videos. If you got any questions, comments, or whatever, leave that down below. But it's been Craig Bennett, founder of Untitled Chapter, and hope you have a great day.